Hello everybody, today we are going to discuss the first group of Bach flower remedies, the fear. It includes 5 drugs. The first one would be Mimulus. Mimulus is a simple one. It is when you can name the fears. For example, fear of illness, fear of death, fear of exams, anything, any fear when you can name it, but at the same time you are having this fear inside and you're unable to just tell it out, and it is everyday fears, right? Then you can think of giving Mimulus to them, right? It will help you neutralize and help you understand it better, and help you cope with it. Now second one is Aspen. Aspen is when the fear is unknown. You have apprehension, you have anxiety, but it's all vague. You cannot name for what you're anxious about, or you cannot name the apprehensions. It is so vague. It is causing so much trouble. You face difficulties in expressing or telling or sharing with people because you have no idea for what you're having anxiety about, right? So giving Aspen to those people will create faith, and it neutralizes the tendency of having these fears of unknown. And the next one will be red chestnut. So red chestnut is a very interesting Bach flower where you have fears of people around you or people you're fond of. For example, mother has this fear of worrying for family, taking care of everything. So whenever you go long distance places or anywhere for trips with friends, or mother will be calling you, right? Where are you? How are you? Did you eat? How is the situation and everything? So this is just a tendency, or it is just fear or anxiety, apprehension for unfortunate things happening to you or your family members. So that is normal. But why are we discussing under Bach flower is when it is heightened or exaggerated, it causes a sense of suffocation for the people around. We may shout on call, right? Why are you calling and everything? So this is all the response for those people. So in that cases, your mother may need a red chestnut remedy, or anybody who is worrying of their friends also, red chestnut will help neutralizing it. Now this beautiful flower is cherry plum. So it is part of rescue remedy. We'll be discussing rescue remedy in the further videos. So rescue remedy also has 4 more drugs. It is one among the 5 flowers, one among the 5 flowers of rescue remedy. So cherry plum has this fear of losing control, right? They feel they are not there, like they are not the usual self. So they have this impulses, they have this fears, and they get hysterical, or they may have suicidal tendencies also. But this is not a remedy for suicidal tendencies. You need to know the cause of it. The reaction may not be the same all the time. The cause and the reaction both should be assessed when you have to give or when you need to give cherry plum. Now here you may have, there is no reason. Again, why are they losing control? They have no reason to say. They're just scared, and they'll be like, I am not the same, I am not the same self I used to be. So that is cherry plum. It is more towards the more hysterical and more suicidal tendencies, right? And the next one is rock rose. Even rock rose is part of rescue remedy along with cherry plum and other 3 other drugs which we'll be discussing. In rock rose, the most important thing is there is no hope, and they have heightened pain and terror. Now this is seen where you listen, you hear many incidences, right, where sudden accidents have happened to any of the family members, or suddenly somebody fainted, or suddenly something happened. So that will affect people who need rock rose. They get this freeze response. They will not be able to talk. They are just in shock, right? That is rock rose. And in that case, you can give this remedy to neutralize them, and they can get better, and they can mobilize better after the bad news also, right? Also it can be in cases of waking from a very bad nightmare, or after a shock or danger news or anything, accidents. So rock rose will help, and this is also part of rescue remedy along with cherry plum. So I think this is clear. 5 remedies: Mimulus, Aspen, red chestnut, cherry plum and rock rose.